It's a WO for life, brother. We're going to do this review. Swaggle House did an excellent breakdown of the $6 million Superman video. So it was a couple weeks ago. Shout out Swaggle House, but we're going to get right into it, man. Y'all ready for this? Yeah. All right, man. We're going to have some fun tonight, boys. Let's go. I watched this video and I was appalled. Now, if you haven't seen the original, go check it out. Like I said, shout out to Swaggle House. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed. But we're just going to take a little peek-see, brother. Take a little look-see at this thing, all right? So we'll just get to the main points, all right? Let's see here.
Specifically some of the clips, which I've seen the clips, but I haven't watched this full video. So you're going to get my fish on the channel and memeing on the clips. In
Okay, so first off, he walks into this. Okay. So can you guys hear it? Well, okay. Are you able to hear this, or am I having problems? What's up, Beckerman ME? I'm gonna do an audio check before we get started, so y'all can hear the video and me, right? And all of this is alleged. Allegedly, they are lying. Allegedly, they're frauds. Allegedly, they're experts. I'm not sure if I would believe or take any of their advice. It's a little glitchy, of course. It always is. I don't even see it on my channel yet. Shoot. Live. Yeah, it's not there. Maybe. I'll do my channel. Sorry, guys. This is the smoothest video I've ever done. Here we go. All right, let's do a little test. Sorry, guys. This is the smoothest video I've ever done. Here we go.
Racing is going very well.
Okay, so he's like a race car guy. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, here we go. So, guys, he's going to look at this $6 million Superman book, right? Turn this off. $6 million Superman. Now, it's a no grade Superman book. Okay. No grade Superman. It's true that there is a Superman 1 that sold for almost $6 million. It really didn't even sell for $6 million. It was like an 8.5 out of a pedigree. So we are going to show you the books and show you some of the prices. Mr. I didn't catch his name. The rich looking Arabic man here. Arabic man.
Just sitting in a box, and they forgot in 20.
He starts off talking about the Pokemon cards and how they're hot. I'm not even going to start there, but he has a nice little LCS. You know, look at his background; it's very clean, very proper. Swaggle House pointed out these ain't the type of shops you'd want to go into because they probably have the prices sky high, and we'll see a little bit of evidence of the pricing later. So he's talking about his Pokemon. Now I can't verify or deny how much those are worth, but I have a pretty good idea about the comic books. So let's take a look at some books.
Oh, the vault's worth of, I just insured it for $33 million.
So he's saying there's $33 million worth of books in this this vault, right? Okay, I'm gonna show you all the vault. Let's see. So he's got the really nice display. You see he walks in, it's got like a door to it, right? So there's the safe door to the vault. And to be honest with you guys, I've seen this before. He's got some cool Golden Age books, etc. But I'm not sure that my collection ain't better than his. Like, he's got a page of a Cap 3. He's got a Superman 7. He's got 0.5 Superman 7. He's got some books, but they're not like, okay, there's some books in this vault that don't deserve to be in this vault. If I had a vault door like this, you wouldn't find modern shit in it. You wouldn't find any kind of like a Zack Snyder signature for $1 million. This is so cringy. All right, guys, let's just get into
This is
All right, sorry to tear. The fact that you have a pretty cool comic book star, all right, like you're.
yeah, you would think that, but you would also be scared to buy anything in the damn thing. All right, let's take a look at these books. All right, so here's they're walking in. Here's the supposed, okay, here we go. We'll just run it. Listen to what they say.
$1 million.
Okay. First of all, I gotta point out to get have a grade. While you all I'm money as well.
I'm used to expensive, but this is for sure.
Number, this is the one Andrew saw.
Yeah.
Okay. Of Superman number 1.6 million.
Okay. First of all, we got to point out what we're looking at here with the Superman one.
Okay, so yeah, it's a no grade. It's not the 8.5 fucking pedigree book that sold for $6 million. So this book, who knows how much it would get? I would appraise it at around 10 grand at the most. Like, I don't know, man. It is a Superman one, but it's a no grade. I don't know how. I think it ends up saying the cover ain't real and there's pages missing. So it's probably, 10, 20. I can't see millions of dollars for that. I don't know, bro. All right, so let's take a look at some others. But that's already Cap. Cap allegedly. There's no way that a copy. So I could take any copy of a book I have and say, oh, this is a $250,000 book because I have no, it's not. That's why we have grading. Now, if he could sell it for $6 million, congratulations and more power to you. But I just don't see that happening. Unless it's like a favor.
Our minimum starting $5,000, $10,000. Like, for example,
okay, he's saying $5,000, $10,000 on these Golden Age Superman. That Superman 7 is, I think, signed maybe. The other Superman look like early like 50 issue Superman. I tell people all the time, go get Superman Golden Age. It's undervalued. It still is in my mind. Besides Superman 1, Action 1, and some of the early Superman, you could get them fairly cheap, under $1,000. Even that 3.5, that looks like a fucking $1,000 book to me at the most. They're not. I don't agree with the pricing, 5 to 10 grand on these books. Maybe a couple of them. Now y'all will see exactly what I'm saying in a second. All right. So just keep watching.
$5,000, $10,000. Well, I see a couple of CBCS labels, so we know which books are going to get the $5,000 ones.
I have this book. If you gave me $100,000, I'm not going to sell it.
Okay, so he's got a 9.8 Michael Keaton signed book. Swaggle House continues on to find one for 15 grand. This guy won't take 100 grand for it. That puts you in the type of shit he's doing. He has facsimiles of the first Iron Man. He has like a facsimile of Captain America 1 German. I've seen this vault before, and I've thought, you know what, that's pretty solid. But looking closer into the books, it's like, oh man, these ain't that fucking popping. Like, these ain't the fucking coolest books you can find.
No.
Swaggle goes and checks already relatively easy, mind you. And 15 grand is pumped up price, honestly. Yeah. 9.8.
You probably should take $100,000.
Yeah.
That's one for 15, right?
America. You give me $1 million, I'm not gonna say.
Joe Simon signed Captain America like 20 or something. 2.0 gold label. It's probably like a $4,000 or $5,000 book. He says he won't take $1 million for it. Okay, so this is where you get his millions from. And you look to the side of him, you see the German Captain America 1 up there, right? These are his biggest books. The biggest book I see so far is the No Grade Superman 1 and the Avengers 1, signed by Kirby. That's probably the coolest shit in there. He has a page from a Superman 3. The Wasp ain't terribly expensive. The first Ghost, are you kidding me, dude? The first Scott Lang as Ant-Man. These ain't huge super grail books, guys. They're not. This one, yes, timelies are always fun to have. $1 million a copy? No, sir.
Yeah.
About that. It's about getting it again.
You wouldn't take $1 million for that? All right, let's take a look at this here. Captain America Comics. I believe this is number 29. Number pretty.
Yeah, King Kirby signed this Avengers 1.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline,
Sorry about the
2
ad.
weeks. Grammarly's tone suggestions can.
Uh,
Kirby.
Who's that?
Jack Kirby is the guy who created the Spider.
So you got Jack Kirby autographed Avengers 1. Avengers 1 is a fantastic book. I have Avengers 1 because I'm badass. But 90 MF Comics, K-Pop, GTK, and me, Becker, good to see y'all. Thank you for joining me while I show these expert or liars, allegedly, comic book expert people. Okay. So this Avengers 1, he's probably saying it's $1 million book. Let's see the grade. We'll give him a chance. Let's take a look at this Avengers 1. It is Jack Kirby's signature is
Man created
Avengers number 1, as you guys know. It's definitely a comic book.
it's a 3.5 side by Kirby. I don't know how many Kirby side books there are, Avenger 1s, but I'd say there's more than a handful. There's probably 5 or 10 of them. But I don't know that this is $1 million book. I would not. It's the closest one to $1 million book so far. He seems to be like a signature guy. Watch these signature guys, man. These people that are, oh, this signature is rare. This makes it rarer because it's signed. This one's signed. Those don't do nothing for me, man. I'm old school. I like all my books not signed. I do enjoy signatures, but I don't go out of my way to get them. All right, so let's just continue on.
$1 bajillion. Just kidding. Well, so that's interesting. He says that it's very rare that it is signed by Kirby, but we have to kind of break this down. What is rare? What is rare? If we look up Avengers number 1 right here, and we go into it, and we see, okay, how many copies are on the census? There's 3,872 copies on the census. How many are signed? Well, we can see rare copies are around 600. Now, do we think 600 is rare? It depends on what our barometer for rarity is here in comic books. Now, again, he said signed by Jack Kirby. I would agree with him that probably it's more rare to find a Jack Kirby signed Avengers 1 than it would be a Stan Lee signed Avengers 1. But how many do we think are? I mean, if there's 600 signed Avengers 1s, let's say 400 of them are Stan Lee, 200 Jack Kirby. If that, maybe it's a lot less. So maybe it's 100. So could be rare, but you know, I feel like if you were to talk to a comic dealer that you're looking for, did he? For you $1 million? I mean, if he offered you $1 million, is a really, really good number. Let's take a look right here. I'm actually curious. Captain America Comics German edition. Let's see. Here's a $80 copy. Let's see if there's any CG. All right, let's just books right here. Now we got Tales of Suspense 39. This is a facsimile, so probably not worth all that much.
Not much. It's about 20,000.
20,000? Superman.
But it's worth
20,000 Superman. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one right there. What did he say? It was a 0.5? Superman #7. Very cool book. First appearance of Perry White. Let's take a look at some of the recent comps. Obviously, not too many. Sold $3 in April of 2023.
Superman, Death of Superman, signed by the creators.
What is that?
I love that. The Death of Superman is in right there, or the box. It's like it's the most special book in
The comic book.
Dude, 10,000 for a Dan Jurgens signed Superman, bro. No way, dude. 10 grand. I have a Dan Jurgens. I'm assuming it's Dan Jurgens. He's saying the creator Superman. I don't know. Allegedly. Allegedly.
$1 for Death of Superman. I mean, I feel like I don't even need to break that down for you guys. I don't care who signed that book. It's on a book, which again, this is another conversation I think is interesting.
This is a Justice League comic. Zack Snyder signed 9.8. He's saying that Zack Snyder don't sign a lot of books. So I don't even know how much he says this is worth. It's probably
A lot of people
100
don't
grand or
like
something crazy.
having actors sign a book because they're not technically the one that created the comic book. Like maybe if you wanted an actor to sign a poster for the movie that they're in, I mean, that makes sense to me. But on the comic book, it's a very specific type of collector that would want that. Again, impossible to judge what theirs would on a comic book like that. He said, I have no idea, you know, that particular Star Wars comic book, how many Carrie Fisher double signed.
Yeah, fuck that book.
I don't know Walking Dead books, admittedly.
However, feels it with 2 times the brain versus the eating brand support for achieving milestones. Plus our immune blend.
I could have just watched
the
the $6
number
million
one trusted infant formula brand.
I'm just doing swaggle houses because I don't like copying content.
Oh, you for mother. Paint
Come
her
on.
a picture on canvas. Frame
Yeah.
her.
All right, so now they're talking
That's
about
kind of, that's the modern, but how valuable are we talking about here? for 9.8 signed Walking Dead books. I mean, a lot of those actors are still alive, so market.
I didn't even see that one when I
After
first watched it.
the theater. Point. There were two. I bought two. One.
Do you know something there? There's only one up. This.
Not everybody can be Carl Moon, right?
One of one.
I have this. This is the one of one.
Yeah.
No one ever has this in their life. It was made and done especially for.
Now he's talking about original art. He's one of these guys that thinks if he gets something signed or original art, it's a one of one. It makes it super. It's so cheesy.
Sketch covers always very cool. Yeah, and that is cool that they can always be one of ones. Funny to see that CGC hit him with a 9.6 on this. Come on, CGC. How are you going to do him like that with a 9.6? You know, why not just you could get
Okay, so now they're talking about Captain America 3.
an incredible cover. Red Skull classic.
There was one thing that Swaggle House missed about this book that I thought was important. I don't know if he noticed or knows, but Captain America 3 is the first Stan Lee story. I'm not sure if it's the first Destroyer or not. It might be, but I'm just going to go with it's the first time. I thought Stan Lee was on Cap 1. It has something to do with it's a Stan Lee key. Cap 3 is very important. I would have pointed that out. Big Bleeker, Funkenstein, Liz Barnes, thank you guys for joining. So we're getting through this alleged expert, alleged liar on these values and prices. I found this shocking when I was watching it. So yeah, he's saying that the Cap 3 page only is like $100,000. It's probably $300. It's way too high.
9.0 restored, professional restoration done for $8,000. That doesn't seem like a real number to me. But I don't know if you're getting $10,000
No,
for this book. You know,
The page.
I feel like at that level, you could probably get a 1.0 for $10,000. So just for a page, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Admittedly, it's a cool page.
it's not that cool.
For $10,000.
Can really-
The condition. Yeah, it's very bad condition.
So he's saying this Batman,
This is worth $10,000.
I can't tell what number it is. It is a war issue Batman. It's very beat up. I'd imagine it's a 0.5. I can't see. It says a 0.1. I've never even seen that grade before. 0.1? What in the fuck is going on with this book? Okay. He ends up gifting him this book. It's probably a $500 book, not 10 grand. Not 10 grand.
Batman 12.1 worth $1,000. I mean, sorry to be, but we can look this stuff up. Time you can get of a Batman book, you know, a great to have it. 100 copies on the census, you know, fairly rare. But again, 2.5 just sold here in April for $1,525.
Yeah. It's a
The
$1,000
copy
book.
that he has is a 0.1. So are you getting conservation includes pieces reattached
17,
to interior, centerfold reinforced, cover and first wrap are missing, I believe.
So it's kind of funny how you can play with words and you can say this is a $6 million book and all this, but a lot of those quotes and shit are just prices he's throwing out there. I can't imagine people actually spending that. Maybe his company's a little richer than ours and he knows rich people and all this shit. And that's pretty much the video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Wow. Great video. Go subscribe to Swaggle House. Check him out. For me, I call Cap on all of those books he said were thousands of dollars and millions of dollars and 33 million in that vault. Look like about 100K to me. Not very impressive. The display is very shiny, all smoke, and this is all allegedly. I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just saying this is my opinion about that video. So Superman 1 was not a $6 million book, but most of them books were not priced at what he said they were. And take it for what you will. For me, I wouldn't want to go to that comic shop. I am not into messing with people that think their shit don't stink and it's worth a ton of money. Very, very not good for the hobby when you have dealers like this. Like, they get a signature, they think that the signatures makes it 100,000 times worth what it is. All that stuff. I couldn't find anything credible out of the whole video. I'm gonna wrap this up. I just want to make a quick video, a synopsis review of it. Hopefully people check it out. No big deal. I'll be back. I want to do a video in the future about my top 10 women female artists. I find it very interesting, and when I Google it and I look for top 10 female artists, I can't find my favorite one, which is Mary Severin. I see like Louise Simonson and a few other people, but I just want to make a video about that. And then on the club, a week from tomorrow, we're having a special guest, Freaky Louie. I'm announcing it here. Freaky Louie will be on the next Comic Collectors Club a week from tomorrow. And I'll either find him an opponent or something, but we're definitely going to have a throwdown poker Freaky Louie celebration. So thank you guys for joining, checking out the Superman 1. Maybe I want to take it so personal, but it's a Superman book. And I don't like Cap. I don't like comic book people pushing shit that ain't right. I don't like phony, jabroni, sloppy comic book shop running silliness going on. It needs to be exposed and talked about. So just because you have a page or incomplete copy don't mean you're I mean, they were running with words. A goofball could easily get tricked into thinking there's something very valuable. That shit is not that valuable. Do your research, guys. Don't fall for the okey doke. Just because a book is signed by somebody you don't see it signed by, don't mean it's worth shit. It probably makes it worth less money because you got a fucking marker on a book that used to be something important. Now you got scribbles on it. So I wouldn't even want a Zack Snyder signature. That's just me. Shout outs 36 Comics. Appreciate you, brother. We're going to get out of here, man. NWO represent. I wouldn't play y'all like that. And if anybody would try to play y'all like that, I'm going to fucking let y'all know. So that's what's going on today. Allegedly. Allegedly. All right, guys.
Big Biggie. Biggie.